Good boss of YouTube, Elmas here, and I have for you guys today a pretty good yet kind of old UU battle replay. I don't know if you guys remember, but I said I think last week that I had a bunch of replays saved up, and this is one of them. And I'm actually going to be saving those replays up for next week, which I will talk more about that at the end of this battle because I don't want to take up too much of your time. But if you guys did miss the 3K special video Q&A answer portion with me and Laura, a link to that will be down in the description. It's about an hour long, so if you want to if you want some background noise or something while you're doing something, you can go listen to that. And just thank you everybody for 3,000 subscribers. Here's to 3,000 more and many more months of awesome fun time uploading. So thank you everybody, and of course if you do enjoy the video, make sure to show our support. Hit the like button down below. You can do it now or after the video, completely up to you. As for a question of the day for you guys, which I really like doing because I do like being interactive with you guys. In your opinion, what is currently a very underrated mega in UU, or the most underrated mega in UU? For me, I would have to say Mega Beedrill, and you're gonna see in this battle why Mega Beedrill I think is very underrated. But looking at my opponent's team, obviously it's very hyper offensively based. My team is kind of bulky offense because I do have two walls in the form of Gligar and Suicune, and I did do a PS Live with this team, so if you guys would like to see that, I'll also leave a link to that down in the description. But going into this battle, the biggest threats I had to watch out for were going to be this Haxorus, because after two Dragon Dances, it can actually just sweep through my entire team, so I really have to try and prevent that. Also, this is Swords Dance Mega Abomasnow, which was very popular at the time, and I allow my team to get weakened. It could also destroy my entire team, so I really have to watch out for those two. As for the other four mons, I really wasn't too concerned because I have something to switch into them or just knock them out in one hit. As he ends up leading off with Infernape, I'm thinking, okay, he's probably just going to be Lead Ape, so what I'm going to do is go for U-turn into my Gligar or into my Suicune, and then defog away rocks later, right? No, he turns out to be Scarfed Infernape, and turn 1 completely OHKOs and annihilates my Manchow, so I'm already down 5-6. So it's not a really good start for me. However though, because I know that he is now Scarfed, my Mega Beedrill can just come in and I pretty much get a free knockoff off on whatever he decides to switch in. As he brings in the Azelf, turns out that he has Focus Sash, which means this was most likely his Stealth Rocker, as I'm able to knock him out with two knockoffs. He is now going to decide to bring back in the Infernape, and this is where I'm going to let him know that I know that he is Scarfed. So I'm going to go for the Protect as he ends up going for the U-turn, and I can pretty much just stay in and go for another knockoff, considering that his only real switch-in is Mega Abomasnow, which even then I'm still going to be doing a pretty good chunk of damage to. As he decides to U-turn into Empoleon, this is really good for me because I've already severely weakened Empoleon. One less mon I have to worry about, as I'm going to switch into my Magneton, hoping that he wouldn't burn me, and unfortunately he does, because if I'm not mistaken I was Magnepool, so I could have just knocked him out with a Volt Switch there and then saved Magneton for Death Fodder later in the battle. So this does now kind of really suck because I'm down one mon, but it's fine though, as I can bring on Hydreigon. He has no switch-ins to a Draco Meteor, so I'm just going to go for the Dark Pulse, expecting him to fodder off the Empoleon as he brings in the Alakazam. Normally these do like to carry Dazzling Gleam, so I'm going to switch into my specially defensive Gligar. As I completely eat up the hit, I can now safely just go for a U-turn, because honestly, at this point, rocks are really not a priority to me. My priority is to keep up offensive momentum, seeing that he has no switch-ins to my Hydreigon or to my Mega Beedrill. It would be a lot more beneficial to me to just go straight for U-turn as opposed to getting the rocks to get the extra residual damage on his team that, to be perfectly honest, I absolutely do not need. So there was really no point in me going for Stealth Rocks this turn as opposed to going for the U-turn. As I can bring in Hydreigon, I'm pretty much free to go for a Fire Blast, considering the fact that if he does want to leave in Abomasnow, I don't want to risk Dark Pulse not knocking him out. As he brings in the Alakazam, I'm going to be able to break his potential Focus Sash, allowing me to bring back in my Gligar. And here I was very close to actually going for the Roost, but I thought about it and I was just like, again, it's better for me to keep up offensive momentum as opposed to having to drag out a turn. As he unfortunately does crit me with the Psychic, it's not going to be game changing in the slightest, as I can bring in my Beedrill, and this is where I started to get a little worried, because I don't think that a Poison Jab can OHKO Haxorus, which does really suck, which means if he was a Dragon Dance variant, I would have to hope that my Suicune could only not live the hit, but burn him and pray that he didn't have the Lumberry. Thankfully though, as you're about to find out, he turns out to be choice banded because I'm going to U-turn into my Suicune, and he gets off a huge 61%, and I did run a damage calc, and if he was banded, he did get absolute max damage on that hit, as I still have use for my Suicune because it does still kind of take on Infernape one-on-one, so I decided to fodder off my Gligar, allow me to get a free switch back into Beedrill, and pretty much guarantee that I knock out Haxorus with the Poison Jab, as he's going to end up bringing in the Infernape. Again, I know that he's Scarfed, so it really doesn't matter what he wants to lock himself into. As he ends up going for the close combat, I'm just going to stay in because I'm pretty positive after -1 defense that a Poison Jab will be able to OHKO the Infernape. And at this point, even though he does have Abomasnow left, he actually does have a chance to win this battle because Ice Shard can knock me out at the amount of HP that I'm at. C-Bomb or Wood Hammer knocks out Suicune at 45%, which means I would have to hope that Hydreigon does not get crit by Ice Shard and that I hit my Fire Blast, which means he does technically have a 15% chance to win if I'm not mistaken, and we all know that I don't exactly have the best luck in this game. So he's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, and he's just going to go straight for the Ice Shard. I'm not going to mess around and bring in Suicune because I don't know if I really want to do that, so I'm going to bring in Hydreigon. He's going to go for the Ice Shard. He doesn't crit me, and thankfully I'm able to hit the Fire Blast, and that's going to be the 2-0 victory in my favor. So yeah, that was definitely a very good and close, fast-paced battle. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And before I end off the video, for those of you who don't know, April 2nd through April 5th, I'm actually going to be going to Tennessee, which means I will have, hopefully, I will have pre-recorded uploads for those couple of days, which I hope you guys don't mind about that. And for those of you who are wondering, the reason why I'm going to Tennessee is because there's going to be an anime convention, and I'm going to be meeting up for the first time in person with Captain Bravo, aka Wanderer of the Wind, aka Land. He's been featured on my channel a couple times, and I think Land is probably my closest and longest YouTube friend because I think I've known him for like 4 years, so that should be fun. So yeah, just a heads up for you guys. I'll probably mention this for the pre-recorded uploads that I'll have while I'm gone, so just to remind you guys. And just, yeah, of course, if you guys did enjoy, then you know what to do. And with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow, if not then Monday for sure. So yeah, later everybody.